golden bat came from a Japanese auction site, and it was shortly after I received him that I found out that he's actually possibly one of the world's first superheroes. I'll link the related video down below. And what's better for a Halloween build than a scary golden man in a coffin? Bats himself is more brass or maybe bronze than gold. So first things first, let's put him together and fix any seam lines, then start painting him gold. And this is Golden Bat's coffin that he should shoot up from and come stand up. Now I was going to be all fancy and do lights and sound effects and stuff, but as I've found on so many of these projects where I'm working on old kits and souping them up, that kind of plan rapidly becomes way too complex. So I'm just going to build the bat and have him pop up and put him on a base, and then if I've got time before Halloween, I'll do a little bit of diorama around the base. This goes in here once we've sorted, and there's a rather simple mechanism involving 2 springs and an elastic band. The springs stand the bat up and the elastic band pulls the figure. So this goes in the slot, the elastic band pulls it back, and as it's pulling it back, the figure stands up. This elastic band is very old and has broken up into little pieces. Hopefully the springs are okay, but I'm going to have to find another elastic band. I'm not sure exactly where this came from. It's an old box lid, and I've been saving it up for just this sort of project, something I can use as a ready-made base with a certain amount of age and patina to it to give it a little bit of character. So I've sanded the top to break the surface of the varnish that was on it. It's still quite smooth, but I think it'll take paint and texturing quite well. And I'm going to work out the layout. I don't think I want this on straight. I think I want this on a slight angle, more or less in the middle. I may put a little bit of a base on it, so it's up a little bit off the thing, and it's sort of surrounded by a step up, and then we'll have some sand and maybe a skeleton. I don't know. We'll see. And then fasten down so that it's easier to lift the lid off without accidentally pulling up the whole thing and spoiling the effect. So next step, mask off the edges so I don't spoil the aging on the edges, and then see what I do, see how I'm going to go about putting some scenery on here with some sand and rocks and the plinth for this to stand on. So I primed and sprayed the base with some basic colours, and now to top it up with some detailing, dry brushing, all of that lark. And that's the base done. I could go around and weather and wash and detail it a little bit more, but I'm going to call that finished. And now I have to move on to putting Golden Bat himself in there. That is quite a collar. The springs are supposed to bend and then wedge in the feet, but they broke, so I've super glued them in place for now. And it works. The elastic band's fastened now, and let's put him into his coffin.